XRP, we start with 1 hour chart. Okay, if you refer to our analysis, when the price within this correction, we mentioned if you want to look for buy, we have to wait for the trade setup. And even we mentioned that we get one more drop, it can give us a better trade setup, because we mentioned if this one become deeper, easier for us to look for trade. And beside that, we mentioned if we want to have entry, should be above the top, which we put it here. Okay, as we can see, the price drop, but when we and what we expected, we get the reversal, but there was no trade setup. Okay, even if you refer to 15-minute, there was no trade setup that we could trade it. That means price drop and reverse. Okay, now we want to see how long we will be within this. Okay, mostly we can expect for one more drop or not, because based on 15-minute, the way is moving is like channeling. Okay, similar to any of this. All right, now the thing is whether we should wait for one more drop before we look for buy, or we can buy from here. But right now we don't have any trade setup how we can trade it. Okay, first of all, we start with the higher time frame again. As we can see, based on higher time frame, after we based on daily chart, after we have this down move, we are within this correction. Now the question is whether this one can turn to a correction for one more drop, or this is the start of the up move. But based on daily chart, we cannot see anything. In this case, we move to forward chart. All right, we mentioned as long as the price haven't broke this low, this one is a correction in relative to this. Any buy at least to this top, we will be more interested to look for. Okay, if I remove everything, but when we get this move, we had this line. Sorry, we have. May I put my lines? Okay, we have the line here. I think based on 1 hour chart, it will be more clear. This is what I'm talking about. We mentioned if the breakout of this, we get the correction, we can look for buy. But no, we get the correction. Okay, whether we should take the buy or we wait. In this case, what I want to mention here is that again, as long as this one haven't broke this low, we consider as a correction in relative to this. But what we get here, this is the correction we're looking for. If we get any buy, we take it. But the way it's moving just now, I mentioned, is still this one can become a deeper correction before we take the buy. And we need to bear in mind that may this one turn to a correction to break the top for one more drop. Because the way is moving this one and this one is really corrective. Okay, that's why right now we need to focus on this, whether we can get any buy or not. But we need to bear in mind that this one still can be still we can expect one more drop. For example, this one easily can break this one or this top for one more drop. That's why any buy within this, if it is not moving fast, is a really corrective, we don't go for the trade. And this is what we're talking about. All right, if I put back everything, all right. No, we have been looking for this correction to look for buy. The price drop as what we expected, but in the reversal, we didn't get any buy. That's why based on 15-minute, I mentioned it's still this one can turn a channel for one more drop. For sure, if we get one more drop after that, if we get any buy, we take the trade. But right now, the only times if here we give a correction for buy, we can look for buy. If there is a continuation, we cannot take the buy on. The only way is having entry above the stop, but where I put here almost 46. And what we want the price break sharp and continue. If the tag within 1 or 2 hours is not moving, we take out the trade. As I mentioned, based on forward chart, this one can give us a one up move to finish this, and then this one can drop again. Because that's why we mentioned the price drop. Then after that, after the breakout of this low, if we get any trade setup, is better we take rather than buying from here. Okay, and now again, drop reverse, but we don't have any trade setup. The only way if we get a correction here or based on lower time frame, maybe we can trade it. But the best thing is if the price drop again, they confirm this one, then from there we take it. And their continuation from here with entry above this, we need to be aware about that. Okay, by the way is moving is already corrective. Even still, we can expect this one can continue and break this low. Okay, that's why I mentioned any buy. If the price is not moving fast, we don't stay with the trade. By the way, right now we're looking at this internally 1, 1, 2, 3. We're looking at this to see whether we can get any buy setup or not. Because right now we consider this one as a correction in relative to this with the breakout of this. Okay, by the way, We just follow the chart. We don't have any good trade setup. If I see any update, I will share. And anyone is going to buy, they should know anytime the price break this high, which we have the another entry above the top, we see is not moving, don't stay with the trade. Take off the trade. Okay. In this case, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thanks.